Hello and welcome. My name is Brenda if you're new here, and today is Friday, August 6th. And last night I decided that I wanted to make a change with my hair, so I got my hair cutting scissors out and did like a layered type of cut, and so it's a lot lighter and I like it, framing my face a little bit. It was getting down near the bottom of my butt and it was just getting to be a bit much. I usually will grow my hair out really long and then I cut it off, usually shorter than this. But right now I cut it back to about waist length a little bit, maybe a little bit higher. But it was just getting, my hair doesn't usually tangle, but it was so long that every night I had to braid my hair before going to bed, and I never really wore it down all that much just because it's so hot. And being in Florida, it usually is hot, and it just kind of defeated the point of having the long hair if it's always just up in a bun or in a ponytail. So yeah, I'm liking it, and now it's gonna dry a lot faster, and yeah, so that is that. We didn't get around to any painting this week because it's been raining and just hot and humid, so we didn't end up doing that. But one day we will finish all of that. So that's all I really wanted to mention at the front here. So let's get into what I've stitched on this week. I'll scoot over as usual. So I've got my stitching shelf and I got 415 stitches in this week, and so I finally finished the book that I was on. So this wasn't a focus this week as much, so I just wanted to finish that book, which I did. So now on to the next. I'm probably gonna start at the bottom with the little thread. I can't remember what it is, but it's different types of thread at the bottom there, so I probably will start there since it's already kind of filled in. So yeah, that was that one. And then I finished one more dog on my Dogs of Disney Summer Sal from Abby Sue Designs. It's free. It's a free sal. It's almost over though, so it won't be free after that, on Facebook. So I finished Stella. She's from Princess and the Frog, and I can't remember her in it. I do like Princess and the Frog, but she's not like a main character or anything, so I can't remember her very well. But I got her finished. So I'm halfway done now. I think she's on the last 3 dogs. I think there's 3 left. Maybe 2 at this point, because I think one will come out today. So yeah, this next week I'll get started on the next one, which I think was Pluto. I think that was who was next. So that will be who I try to finish this week. And she was 807 stitches and then the back stitch. So I started 2 different patterns this week. On the first I started the Cryptid Sal from Witchy Stitcher, and then on the second I started the Bats and Boo Sal, which is free, from That Quarter Shop. So I'll show you the one from Witchy Stitcher first. I have it in the Q-snap still, but I'll kind of scooch it over. I got 838 stitches in on this one. I decided to do the top part first. I didn't quite go to all the way to the edge, but my plan is to do one side a week because they gave us a month to do the frame. So that is, I have this part finished on the other side. So yeah, I really liked stitching this one up. It went pretty quickly. I'm excited to see what the pattern is going to look like, but I am enjoying doing the frame. I know some people don't really like doing frames, but this was my first frame, I believe. But yeah, I like it. And then the Fat Quarter Shop SAL, I started on the 2nd. That was when it came out. The Baton Booze. I got 1,345 stitches in on this one, and I did end up doing more than what was called for, because they're releasing it in, you're supposed to do it in different parts. But I was afraid of miscounting. So these parts here were not part of this, what we were supposed to do this week. But I went ahead and did it because I just wanted to just continue on with my thread and then not worry about counting wrong. So I'm really liking this one. I did the called for colors. I debated on this gray, and I still am unsure. I'm just gonna wait until it's all done and see how I feel about it. To see if I want to either change that color or put another strand of something over that. We'll see. But I'm really liking this one. It was fun. It was kind of nice, because it repeated. You kind of, after you did the one side, you kind of learned the pattern, so I didn't have to look at the pattern as much. So I was able to just watch TV and chat. I was on a Zoom call with another FlossTuber, Crafty Rin, and I was just stitching along while we were chatting, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next part. I think it was in here, so I'm a little bit ahead, but it'll be okay because on Monday then I'll be where we're supposed to be. So that is all that I stitched on this week. I also, while I was on with Crafty Rin, she was talking about a SAL that's coming out from Story Stitches on Facebook, and it's a Nightmare Before Christmas one, so I had to go and check that out and see what that was because I am a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. So even though I do not have time really to keep up with all of these SALs, I'm just going to start and have it be a start along and just get to all of it when I can. Not a big deal because there's actually multiple SALs that I'm going to talk about that I want to join. So yeah, I'm going to do it. And yesterday I cut some fabric to get ready for all of these except for one. I need to buy some 14 count. But this month my plan is to dye some fabric to get ready for these SALs. So yeah, the first one that she had talked about was from Story Stitches on Facebook, and it's free. So I think it's every day there's going to be a little different character to stitch, and I believe that starts in, I think all of these except for one starts in September. One has already started, so there's that one. And while I was in the Facebook group looking, I saw that they have another one. It's a different group called Tale as Old as Time, and I'm a big Beauty and the Beast fan. It's my favorite Disney movie. So I had to join that one as well. But I think they both start on September 1st. So that one is free as well, which is probably more so what pushed me to join, because I mean, I already have fabric and the pattern is free, and I have a pretty good stash of floss, so it's not really going to cost me that much, or if anything, at the moment to do. So I think I'm set for a while now on stitching. But then I was on, I don't think it was Instagram. I think it was on her FlossTube. Crafty Rogue Gamer was talking about what she was planning on stitching, and she mentioned Stitchonomy. I'm looking at my notes. It's called A Storybook Halloween. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but it sounded good to me, and the look of their little, talking about the SAL, it had a vibe that I was liking, so I will be starting that one as well, and that one is free. I think I said that they're all free. So the other one that I wanted to start has already started. It's Colors SAL on Facebook, the group, and she has multiple different SALs on there, but the one that I'm wanting to try is the Halloween one. So I need to buy fabric for that, because I think it was that one. No, not that one. I don't remember. One of these recommended, it may have been the Taylor's Oldest Time, recommended 14 count. So yeah, Colors SAL I think was just whatever. I think you even pick your own colors for floss and all that. So that one's already started. So you can go check that one out if you want to see what that one looks like. So yeah, that's all that I'm going to, that's all I'm going to be getting into soon. Like I think most of those start in September, besides the Colors SAL. So that's all I have as far as stitching and all of that. And like I said, my plan is sometime this month to dye fabric for all of those. I've already cut it, and today I'm probably gonna sew up the edges and get around to dyeing sometime. So this past week I finished my Winnie the Pooh puzzle that I had been working on. My husband actually sat down with me to work on it a little bit, which he never does. He is not really a puzzle fan because he is color deficient. I think red-green color deficient, so it's hard for him to see. Oops, sorry, I bumped the table. So it's hard for him to see, so that, that makes a puzzle not really all that fun. But so he was looking at the shapes more so than the color. So we had fun doing that for a little bit. It was fun to have him sit with me to do. So speaking of him being color deficient, we also stopped by, we were walking in our town. We went out to eat, and we were walking back to our car, and I was just mentioning sometime we should stop by this eyeglass place, because they have a sign for these glasses that help with color deficiency. And so he's like, well, let's just go in there now. So we went in there, and they were able to help us, and they had little I don't know if you'd call it, I guess, sample, but they had the glasses there, so you could put them on and try. They're called Enchroma glasses. And for a long time, my sister and I were saying one day we need to get those for him. But they do have a return policy, but we were a little bit hesitant also because of it doesn't work for everyone. So they let us try the glasses and told us to leave and come back after like 15 minutes because it takes time to see. So we did that, and I think it helped very slightly. but not enough to make them feel like it's worth paying for. So I was disappointed because you see the videos of people trying them on and it's just like so exciting, and but because my favorite color is purple and he can't really see purple the way it looks, so I was hoping he could, but it is what it is. So yeah, that was interesting to go try out. So I was saying last week that I wanted to watch Olympics this week, and I didn't end up watching much of it because, I don't know, I went and tried to, on the Peacock app, to watch replays and stuff, but then when I went to try, a lot of them weren't available unless you pay. And it was only $5, yes, but I just ended up not doing that, so I did watch Fear Street, the second and third Fear Street this week, and I really liked the second one. I think the first and second one I liked equally. The third one was good, but I didn't like it as much as the first and second. So, but I would recommend watching all of those if you like that type of film. So I think that's all that I have for this week. I'm looking over my notes. Yeah, everything that I wrote down. Anyway, who knows what I've forgotten to write down. But yeah, I hope you all are doing well and have a fun weekend, whether that's stitching or whatever you're doing. So I will see you next time. Bye for now.